This morning, in the land that once cast off shackles of monarchy, masked agents will knock on doors. Some won't even bother knocking, they'll just kick them in. Rifles out, boots heavy on children's floors. They'll drag mothers and fathers into vans. Somewhere, a child will scream in a language that doesn't matter to the men in charge. Somewhere, a man in a Bass Pro hat with Punisher decal on his truck will call that child's tears justice. He'll mutter about the law while sipping a gas station coffee that tastes better when someone else is in pain. And today, the man who fancies himself a king turned 79. He's given himself a parade, a $45 million parade to roll tanks down Pennsylvania Avenue like this is Pyongyang and not the Potomac. Military might on display, not to honor sacrifice, but to honor a man who has never sacrificed a thing, who dodged the war, dodged the draft, dodged responsibility, dodged decency. He wears power like a costume crown and speaks of loyalty like a cult leader. There's something very un-American about it, this parade. $45 million so a man too fragile to earn respect can pretend like it's already been given to him. Tanks will roll down American streets today, not in war, not in necessity, but in some pitiful theater of power for the birthday of a man who wouldn't know sacrifice if it saluted him. But the audience isn't the world. It never was. The tanks don't roll for Moscow or Tehran. They roll for us. They roll to remind the people who's in charge, to say, look what we can do if you step out of line. That is the language of dictatorships. That is the tongue of weak men terrified of their own people. And for 248 years, that's precisely what has set us apart. The United States has never had to show its strength to its citizens. We were never supposed to parade our war machines through neighborhoods like frightened kings trying to impress the peasants. No standing army patrols our cities. No Marines occupy the streets. That absence, the silence of boots and steel, is always the most tangible evidence of liberty. It told the world we are not afraid of our people. Because we're not supposed to be ruled by fear. We're supposed to be ruled by consent. And when that consent is betrayed, well, we have been known to get out of line. We are the children of revolution. We are the ones who once dared to tell a king to go to hell and make it stick. We carry muskets in our marrow and pamphlets in our blood. We are not subjects. We are citizens. And we remember. Today we are nostalgic. We remember the silence where tyranny might have marched, the freedom in knowing that our military was never for spectacle, it was for defense. And defense does not point its rifles inward. We don't celebrate tyrants, we bury them. That's not metaphor, that's history. This nation was born in gunpowder and ink, forged in rebellion against crown and empire. We shot the king's men in the woods of Concord and buried their arrogance in the soil of a new world. We tore down statues, dumped tea in a harbor, and burned loyalty oaths like old trash. We do not tiptoe around tyranny. We point cannons at it. George Washington didn't want to be king. He could have been, and he said no. That refusal is the American identity. We are not a people who genuflect. Every time tyranny has crept near our borders, we have made it bleed. We buried fascism in the snow of Bastogne and the beaches of Normandy. We stood toe-to-toe with empires and said, not here, not ever. We turned the tide of the 20th century because we believe power belongs with the people, not in palaces. And when tyrants rose abroad, we didn't send birthday cakes, we sent reminders. The American flag, when flown in righteous resistance, has stood for the absolute refusal to bow. So now we do not celebrate tyrants. We do not wave flags for the self-anointed. We do not clap for kings in gold-plated towers. We bury crowns and plant liberty on their graves. We will not be governed by fear. We will not be ruled by the cowardice of men dressed in medals. And we will not bow to a feckless thug in a paper crown. So roll your tanks and blow your trumpets if you must, but know this, your throne is temporary. And we are the heirs of liberty, and if the man wants to be a king, then by God, let him remember Louis XVI. Defiance till death.